Let's talk about the Google Pixel 7 Pro in 2025. Is this device still worth picking up? Because you can definitely pick this up at a super cheap and affordable price because the Pixel 8 Pro came out, the Pixel 9 Pro is currently out on the market, and the Pixel 10 series is going to come out. How well has this phone lasted me since day one? I've been using it since launch when it came out in 2022. And I gotta tell you, it's been performing very, very well. And I wanna start things off with design. So this right here, when you see this, you know it's a Pixel design. The Pixel 8 Pro is very similar to it. The Pixel 9 Pro XL is, and even the Pixel 9a, which is their latest Pixel device to come out, it shares very similar traits to the 7 Pro, and that's to be expected. So I still believe that this maintains a premium aesthetic with a polished aluminum frame and Gorilla Glass on both the front and the back. And here's this display. Very phenomenal, beautiful display. The one thing I personally don't like, it's a curved display. Now, some may like curved displays, some may not. I personally don't, but that's completely okay. Like, it gives a really futuristic premium feel to it, but sometimes you do get accidental touches. It's not always, but it happens here and there. And I don't know, I just like having a flat display. So that's something I want to share with you guys. Again, it's a preference thing. You either really like it or you really don't. But the display quality itself is great. It's a 6.7-inch LTPO OLED display with 120 hertz, as to be expected. It's a device that came out in 2022. Yeah, the day-to-day with this display has been phenomenal. But while this design remains sleek and premium and also fairly light to hold in the hand, I have noticed that the brightness on this isn't, and it's the same with the Pixel 8 Pro, but I feel like Google fixed it with the 9 Pro. It's the brightness when you're using it under direct sunlight. It's not as great as its competitors that came out in 2022 as well, but who cares, right? It's just something I want to, again, point out, something I've experienced, and sharing my experience with all of you who are watching. But everything else about this design is great. Now, when you kind of shake it, you hear a little rattle, but I've noticed this with other phones too, and I think it's with like the camera module too, so I'm not too focused on that. But yeah, this design is really great, and I really like this white color as well. It doesn't really attract too many fingerprints either. If you go with a different color, those may, but at least not this one. It's a glossy finish, which again, not my preference, but because it doesn't really attract too many fingerprints, I'm completely okay with it. And yes, I've gotten some dings and scratches here and there, but for the most part, I mean, I've kept it very, very clean. No cracks on the display, nothing of that sort. So it's been really good. It's held up really well. And of course, I have used the case. Obviously, just took it off for the purpose of this video. But let's talk about the software and the performance. How has it held up? Gotta tell you, it's held up really well. So this device did launch with Android 13, and I'm currently running the Android 16 beta 4, and I actually did download beta 4 a couple hours before this video, so I kind of have to tinker around with it a little bit more, but for the most part, even with a beta, it's been running really, really smooth, and I am happy with Google's software updates. And I believe that Google did extend the software updates with the Pixel 7 Pro just a little bit longer, so we should be getting a couple more years, I believe up to 5 years total of software updates with the 7 Pro. I could be mistaken, let me know in the comments down below, but it's been very good. Again, no hiccups, no stutters whatsoever. Now, obviously, if you put this side by side with a Pixel 9 Pro XL, then yeah, you're gonna see the difference, but honestly, like, I don't really care. I don't really care. It still opens up Google Chrome fairly fast. It opens up YouTube fairly fast. Like, it waits maybe like a half a second longer than, the Pixel 8 Pro, Pixel 9 Pro, but that is completely okay. And I think someone who's looking to pick this up in 2025 isn't really looking at having the best performance, having the fastest phone out on the market. I think it's more of having a good, powerful phone, but at a budget. Not the best of the best power in terms of power, but still a powerful phone. Now, this has the Tensor G2 chipset, and this chipset is not the most powerful. We know that by now. Tensor G chips aren't the most powerful. They're not Snapdragons or anything like that. And that's completely okay. And I think those who pick up, a phone with Tensor, with a Google Pixel with a Tensor chipset, know that. And I still think they don't, they don't care about it too much. It's not like, oh, it's not the fastest chipset. Well, that's not going to really get in the way of my use. I'll still, play games and this and that. And it still performs really well. When I play Clash of Clans on the Pixel 7 Pro, it runs really well. It does get a little warm to the touch, but I can bypass. I can get through that. Like, that's not too much of an issue for me. But having up-to-date software pretty much on day one, and decent speeds, not the fastest obviously, but still pretty fast. I can't really complain with the software and the performance. And software I really like, it's Google Pixel UI, Material U. So I don't know. With Pixel UI, it makes me feel more productive. Sounds kind of weird, but I like using Pixel UI, especially like with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold with a foldable. That just makes me feel extra productive. Like I just want to sit down and get work done. I don't know. It's a different feeling, so you kind of have to try Pixel UI to kind of understand. But I think others have experienced the same thing. I don't know. Again, it's kind of weird, but that's just me. But let's talk about the cameras, because Pixel cameras for me have always performed like a champ. It's been a part of the phone I could rely on the most. So with the Pixel 7 Pro cameras, it's a triple camera setup, a 50 megapixel wide, a 48 megapixel telephoto, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. And here's the thing, whether you're taking photos or videos, it's going to perform really well. However, I personally like recommending the Pixel devices for its photos. If I ever need to go out and I'm just going to take photos, like I go sightseeing, I want to bring a Pixel device with me because I just like the results I get with Pixel devices, whether it be the Pixel 7 Pro, which came out in 2022, or if I have the latest Pixel 9 Pro in my pocket when I go sightseeing. But you really cannot go wrong. If you are looking for a great camera, a triple camera setup that's not breaking the bank, and you don't care if it's like 2 years old, 2.5 years old, then you should definitely consider the Pixel 7 Pro. Like, you really cannot go wrong with the Pixel 7 Pro camera. Again, you're getting those features. You're getting night sight. You're getting super res zoom. You're getting a dedicated macro mode, and obviously some of the newer features too. You do have Magic Eraser, which is still one of my favorite features that debuted with, I think it was with the Pixel 6 Pro, and obviously that has trickled down into non-Google devices, but Magic Eraser works like a charm. You just kind of choose what you need to erase. It works super well, and for me it's coming real handy. Now, how's the battery life held up since launch? It's definitely seen degradation. I've definitely have had better days, but if you are looking for a phone that has decent battery life, 5,000 milliamp hours is not too bad for this. The charging speeds, forget about, they're super slow. That's like the one downside of in the battery department is the charging speeds, and I think that's kind of just with Pixels in general, which is why I hope Pixel 10 series has faster charging, because they are just super slow. And for me, since I get to review and talk about the latest phones that come out, I have like the OnePlus 13, 80 watts of super fast charging. Like I have been spoiled because of using this device with that super fast charging. So coming down to like 20 to 30 watts is just not fast, at least for me. If for you it may be different, but again, I wanted to put that out there. Now, in real world usage, again, battery life, I've seen better days. It's decent at best. Like, I have to end up charging this towards the evening if I want to continue to use it until like I go to bed. Then I do have to end up charging it. And look, I'm a heavy user, and what I mean by that is like I'm using it to watch YouTube videos, but I'm also using it to kind of track my YouTube work and my side projects and my business work. So I'm kind of using it for both personal and for business use, and it has, it has performed much better when it first came out, and that's to be expected. Now I want to talk about the current pricing of the Pixel 7 Pro, and it's all over the place. It all depends on the condition and the storage you can get on it. $300 to $400 if you want to buy brand new, but obviously I personally would recommend going like used, refurbished, especially if you go with Amazon Renewed. I personally have used them before, and I personally would recommend them because I've picked up devices that are Amazon Renewed and they feel like brand new. No dings, no scratches, no hiccups. The performance was great. The battery life was awesome. And the best phone that I picked up at a great price was the Samsung Galaxy S10e. And I know that came out in 2019. I picked it up in 2020. It was awesome. Like, I was really happy with that purchase. And I actually kind of missed the Galaxy S10e. I think I might have traded that in. Wow. That was a really good phone. I really do miss that phone. But pricing on this is really good. You're getting really good stuff. A great display, great cameras, decent battery life, good performance, great software. And if you pay $250 for this, $250, $275, maybe $300 for this, that's a good phone. For a good, that's a good price for a good phone. You really can't go wrong with Pixel 7 Pro. We're at a point where phones have gotten so good, and I think a lot of people realize this too, that we don't need to pick up the latest devices. We don't need to pick up the latest flagships. We can pick up a phone that came out last year. We can pick up a phone that came out 2 years ago, sometimes push it as far as 3 years ago. And just make sure at that point, like, the phone has 4 or 5 years of software updates. So at least when you do pick it up, you get like 2 or 3 more years of software updates, just so it lasts a little bit longer. But I'm telling you, phones have gotten really good. A lot of people are seeing this, and that's why people are holding onto their phones longer and longer. I know some people who have held onto their phones, and these were like phones that were like OnePlus 3T era, like 2016, 2017 era phones. Like, they were holding on for 6-7 years until they picked up a brand new phone. That 7 years ago, holding on to a phone that came out 7 years ago to now, I mean, if you pick this up, it's going to hold on just as long, maybe even longer. Who knows? But what I want to tell you guys is this. Pixel 7 Pro, I believe, still remains a solid choice, a solid phone to pick up in 2025, especially if you are looking for great cameras, great display, decent battery life, great software, and good performance without breaking the bank. Or you can go for the brand new Pixel 9a. It's up to you. Honestly, which one would I choose? I'd probably go Pixel 7 Pro. I don't know. It's premium, and I'm paying less. In fact, I can probably pick up a Pixel 7 Pro, pick up some cases and screen protectors, whatever it is, and some accessories for the price of a brand new Pixel 9a. So that does say a lot. We don't always need the latest and greatest, because this that came out in 2022 is going to perform just as good. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video, because it really does help out the channel out a lot and will help push my content out to more people. Definitely be sure to check out my latest wallpaper pack. I'll be leaving a link in the description down below, as well as other links that help out the channel. Like, I have this Ultra Human Ring Air. I wear it every single video. I've been using this for the past year, and I absolutely love this thing. Like, I will always be wearing this off video and on video, because it really has changed the way I sleep. I use it for tracking like my steps and things like that, just for basic exercise and workouts. But I use it mainly for my sleep tracking. I don't like wearing a watch when I go to sleep or anything like that. So this has definitely improved my sleep, and just has kind of kept me proactive, and has kind of pushed me towards being more healthy and making better choices. But I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll catch you guys in the next video.